Hello again. This time I'm gonna do a little review of some darts, as well as boxing. Darts as my other kind of a spare time activity. I used to have a dartboard when I was very young, in my early teens and possibly before that. And then I've rediscovered the sport again by a complete accident a little under a year ago. And whilst I was on holiday in the UK, I decided to buy myself some darts. Since I live in Hong Kong, most of the darts there are soft tip darts. You know, these darts which are played on electronics dartboards, which have the same scoring system, but they're soft. They can they have soft tips and they have sensors behind them which will register the score for you electronically, and also you can play against other players online. So, but I do have like a steel tip dartboard, and what I do is I have soft tip darts at home, and then I put conversion tips, which is steel tips, which you usually screw onto the end instead of so you can play them on a normal traditional dartboard. So the first one I'm going to review is it's a John Lowe Unicorn Silver Star 80% tungsten darts. I've always been a fan of John Lowe, old Stoneface, for many years, and when I had my dartboard originally as a kid, I used to use his sort of branded trademark darts, right? But I've noticed that he has these soft tip darts which bear his name and his image, and they're quite unlike the original steel tip darts which the man which he used to use back in his prime. So but I've actually seen him use similar types of darts on like this on YouTube when he's playing in the soft tip tournament. So it comes in this packaging, and it comes in a little case like this. And yeah, just standard made in China. These are £23 on Amazon, right? So let me just look inside them. Just break them inside. Right. Basically, inside you have your flights, your barrels. These are 20-gram darts, 20-gram steel soft tip darts, and as you can see, they got a little. They include a soft tip and a shaft. And these are special type of shafts. These are called gripper shafts. Can you see it? Just zoom in a little bit, and you see a little metal thing. You see a little metal thing. Yes, you can see it a bit more clearly now. If I can do the zooming better. Yeah, so which help to grip the shaft, which helps the shaft to grip the flight properly. And these and right, the thing about it, I mean, it's quite well made. It's very thin. It's 20, so because it's like 80% tungsten, so it's quite thin, quite narrow. So you won't have a problem hitting the barrel with these, right? And today I've went to this local pub which has a dartboard, so called a Pig and Whistle in near Wimbledon, and I decided to try them out in there. And well, I mean, these darts are quite well made. The grip is right. Most of the barrel has a grip. The closest to the front end of the barrel, near the tip, you get this very fine cut grip. They're quite deep, and then towards the back you see these sort of painted in, but wider spaced out sort of cuts, right, grips. And these are not as deep as the ones at the front, so these are more preferable for someone who likes to hold the front end of the barrel rather than someone who prefers to hold the back or the middle end. I suppose if you're like me and likes to hold the middle end of the barrel, then these can be quite useful, quite handy. My only gripe about these darts, I mean, they're quite well made, and they do they do give you a good grip in the middle, which is what I prefer. I'm not someone who holds the front or holds the back. If you have hold it, if you prefer, if you like Phil Taylor, holds right at the back of the dart, there's no grip here. There's literally, it's just smooth metal, so it might be a problem for you, or it might not be suitable for someone who likes to hold it back. My gripe is these gripper shafts don't work at all, because the flights don't seem to stay on. They seem to fall out a lot, so you end up on the floor often picking up the flights. So I mean, had a bit of fun with them. Had quite a bit of fun with them at the pub today. With of course, I've removed the soft tip and replaced them with a kind of like a conversion tip, a steel tip to use on a bristle board. And yeah, it's a bit of a pity. I mean, of course, you know, over time these shafts will get broken. You do replace them, and I prefer to use aluminium shafts. But I would expect, you know, when you're using them for the first time, you know, the shafts don't seem to hold the flight very well, even though it's specifically designed to grip the shaft, grip the flight. Sorry. So that's my only gripe. So will I use them? Maybe. I've seen better, so I'll just give this 3 out of 5. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.